Voting in the local body elections is now in its final days. So how are the people of Hawke's Bay engaging with this democratic process?
Do you know the local election is happening?
Yes.
Did you vote?
Not yet, but I will be going in to vote.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Did you vote?
No, I haven't yet.
Are you going to?
Yes, I am.
Yes, absolutely. I follow it with keen interest.
Yeah. Do you have make your mind
Yes.
who will you
Yes.
vote for?
Yes, I've already done that. I'm only voting for 3 because that strengthens the vote for the few I want to vote for.
I'm aware of the candidates through the posters and I make sure that I read the information as well.
And while most locals know what's going on, some are less savvy.
Do you know the local election is happening?
No, not really, but now I know.
No, I don't really know anything about it.
No, I don't really take much notice of it. I'm too busy with work and everything else.
In Hawke's Bay, 5 councils are running elections, including around 100 candidates.
I mainly just rely on the material that comes in my letterbox and the material that's in the envelope when the election comes.
Reading on her background, yeah, she looked all right. That's why I picked her.
Well, in this particular booklet, there's a lot more information. Obviously, I went online and some of them don't have information.
This election, the Flaxmere ward has just 1 seat on the Hastings District Council, compared with 2 seats in 2019.
I think Flaxman is actually growing, so it should probably be more.
Well, as I was saying, they'll have to work very hard if it's one person, but yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe 2 would how we've always had it.
Better two is good, not 1, 1 is not enough.
The more candidates, the more options for voters.
Yeah, it's really good to stand for, Pacific and Māori community,
It's a wide selection. That's really good. It's nice to see the Pacific Islands. They've got good policies, but can they keep them?
Mm-hmm.
Can they get done what they say they want to get done?
But not everyone is happy with the options.
I liked people in the past that had a greater sense of community, helping in the community.
They all seem to be anti-Three Waters, which I thought was difficult because I am pro-Three Waters.
I would like to see more variety. I think sometimes it's the same people all the time, but they're obviously have an invested interest in the region, so if they're prepared to do it, you may as well support them.
Some wards' residents even don't have a choice.
So I don't get a vote in Hastings in my rural district because of the 4 positions. All of them have already been filled because there's no one standing against the mayor, no one standing against the regional councillor, and the 2 district council positions. There's only 1 person for the opening, so that's a shame.
At least 17,000 people in Hawke's Bay don't have an option on their voting papers because the candidates' number is the same as the vacancies, including the Hastings and the Central Hawke's Bay mayors, who have been re-elected unopposed.
I think talking with friends or talking with colleagues about local elections, but people don't seem to talk about it as much as they do as the national election.
Early predictions are that voter turnout has been lower than last election.
As of the 29th of September, the returns for Napier were at 10% of eligible voters, and compared with 2019, that was 20% on the same date, so it is half currently.
Hastings District Council is even less, with only 7% of voters making their decisions by the 29th of September. In 2019, that number was nearly 18%.
It's hard to say at the moment. It is a postal vote, so if there's some delays in the letters getting to the processing centre, that can influence the returns. We'll just have to wait and see. We're hoping for a big rush at the end, where hopefully lots of people will suddenly decide that yes, it is important to vote, and will send off their papers.
Voting closes at noon on the 8th of October.
Everyone just gets in there and votes for who they want, and it turns out the way we want.
The work of council affects everything we do. Voting is important to decide who's at the table making the decisions for you and for your community. Now, if you haven't received your papers already, you can contact council to do a special vote. We'll give you those documents. You can drop them off into a New Zealand post box by the 4th of October, or into our orange voting bins, like this one, all around town. You can go onto the Napier City Council website and find the locations of the bins and lots of information about these elections.
Japan, local focus.